This is the Cumberland Parklands, and this place is one of the closest places to my heart and childhood memories. Welcome to the Next Stop Wildlife Show Australia. I'm Wayne Caveman Keys, and I've made it my mission to explore local parks around Australia and bring awareness to the local residents and communities of what beauty they've still got left on their back doorstep. As we wander the beauty of Australia, we notice there's only little segregated pockets still left of the bushland that we once loved. And sadly, it's bringing species to extinction. And it's erasing memories from people, because these places are a part of people's memories. I know they're a part of my memories and many other people in my area, and every local area is the same. It's a part of your upbringing and memories. And not only do we lose our memories, but the future generations don't even have a chance to make those memories. So as we start our walk down in the Cumberland today, just notice how much greener this place is than usual. All of the grasses and that, and the trees. And we spot a yellow-faced honeyeater, one of our beautiful native birds, just down in one of the trees. And as I follow the yellow-faced honeyeater, I see this beautiful black-faced cuckoo shrike, and he just went after the little yellow-faced honeyeater because they're a really territorial bird, the black-faced cuckoo shrike. They're a beautiful looking bird. I love that completely jet black face with that pastel grey colour. Really are an amazing bird, and he's on the lookout, I think, so we'll let him be. And we'll walk down a bit further through the Cumberland Plains, exploring the trees a little bit more. There's quite a number of small birds down here today. I think there's one just here. So next stop, we've found a beautiful bronze-winged pigeon. And when you get these guys in the right light, which I haven't quite got him at the moment, the sun reflects off those wing panels and makes gorgeous green, bronze, purple colours. It's truly amazing. So another great bird species spotted down the Cumberland today. Actually really like these birds. Very attractive, and I like that little mark down the face there. So the bronze-winged pigeon, that'll be our third bird species of the day. We haven't even walked that far into the parklands and the woodlands, but it is a very productive place, and we'll see if we can spot any reptiles as well. The weather's cooling a bit, but there'll still be some reptiles out fattening up before brumation. So see you later, bronze-winged pigeon. You're an absolute beauty. And I'll catch you on the next stop. Walking through this place brings back some childhood memories. The expanses of this Cumberland Plains were massive before, and it's so beautiful to be able to have the Cumberland Plains that we have left. But we've got to conserve and protect these places, because the animals, they've got nowhere else to go but these small pockets. Without them, these animals will become extinct, unfortunately. So let's search down this way and see what birds and hopefully some snakes that we can find down in this direction. I can spot some small birds, and there was various amounts of silver eye feeding on the berries in the trees. Awesome to see. And a not too happy olive-backed oriole. You can hear him here calling. Not too happy at all. Now gee, there's some birds out today, and the next one is the little wattle bird. Slightly smaller than the red wattle bird, a bit different coloration. Really attractive bird. I like the little wattle bird. Got a real character. Extremely territorial, but so yeah, he'd definitely be on the lookout for any other smaller honeyeaters, or larger ones for that matter, and he'll chase them out of there. And there's a constant battle for food source out here, between the birds, and the honey eaters are very competitive with one another, and the spinebills and other nectar feeding birds. And that's why he's so territorial, because at the moment there's limited blossoms of the nectar flowers, so he's on the lookout protecting his territory so no one robs his nectar from him. Get out and let him defend his territory. And we'll be hoping to find some more Pacific bass around this area. I used the camera to scope in, and there's actually 2 Pacific bass here, and this guy's got an eastern dwarf tree frog, one of their favourite meals. You can actually see the coloration, that red down the legs from the eastern dwarf tree frog. How awesome! And here's another younger Pacific bass here. I don't know what it's feeding on. It looks like some sort of phasmid, like stick insect. That's one of their favourite foods as well. So, amazing day, and some great bird species. But the parklands, from start to finish, has some of the most amazing wildlife you'll find. So it looks like I can see what the young bazza has here, and it looks like some type of grub, some nice soft medium with lots of protein for a young growing bird. So that's awesome. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of birds of prey around in this particular area. All of these high trees, and of course the plains where they can spot their prey. So we'll make our way. We might even get down towards some of the wetland sections, see if we can find some azure kingfishers. Great section of Eastern Creek and the ponds down here. All sorts of turtles, azure kingfishers, sacred kingfishers, a multitude of different birds, eastern water dragons. It's a ripper down here. Up this way, there's another pond. We might actually get to find an azure kingfisher up here, just on the other side. And it never takes too long before you can track these beautiful azure kingfishers down around Eastern Creek and the pond systems. Along the parklands, there's a prevalent amount. It just takes a keen eye and to watch out close down to the water, where they've got a view into the water that they can easily see their prey. So they're quite easy to spot if they're out in the open. And beautiful spot just here.
And, it's definitely one of the most critically endangered ecosystems in the world down here, and it's where the actual mud, the mud bottoms that we got around here on the creeks, it's when they transition into actual rock. So it's the shale transition forest. You can probably see just up ahead of me here all of the rocks that are just starting to form. Get out and explore this place. It is dead set one of the most critically endangered areas in the world. Shale transition forest. Get out there and check it out, folks. It's an absolute doozy.
And up beside the creek, I nearly jump out of my skin. There's a tawny frogmouth, and this guy is just staring straight at me. Those intense eyes. And he gets down in this area quite often, but I just wasn't expecting him. And he's actually hasn't spotted him in this tree before. And he'll be bound up, and no doubt the female will be here. She's a more rufous colour than this guy. But yeah, that is definitely one intense stare. So it's the tawny frogmouth, of course, a night bird, and it's remotely related to the nightjars. It's in the nightjar family. It's not an actual owl. So amazing birds. And he's definitely got his eyes fixed on me. So we might let him get back to sleep, and we'll go out and find out what else we can spot today. Amazing eyes. The tawny frogmouth of the Cumberland Plains. Feeds on mice and other little rodents and insects as well. They're pretty amazing, actually. They don't hunt with the talons. They haven't got talons like an owl. They've actually hunt with their beak. So we'll head off and leave this guy for some sleep. And the creek's an absolute special for all sorts of animals, especially at midday. And here's another species, well, one of the few species of turtles we have down here at Nurragingy. This is the eastern long-necked turtle, or the eastern snake-necked turtle. And they love to get down on some of these logs and sunbake. The water can get quite cold, even in summer, especially down deeper. So they'll get up here in the sunlight. Being cold-blooded, they need that warmth of the sunlight to regulate the temperature. And finally, beside the creek, in the dried out section, we spot a red-bellied black snake, and he spots us. Check him out. They've got such a great muscle tone and strength, these guys. Give me the eye, but he'd be hunting for frogs. And dead set, talk about it doesn't rain, it pours. This guy is not even 10 feet away from the other red belly, and he's just bound down next to this fallen down tree. And he's been a regular here. I haven't seen him for quite some time, and the sun's not as strong as it was before, but he's flattened right out to get some of the rays, and it's like a big solar panel. It catches the rays of the sunlight, so he'll flatten the body right out so he can catch as much heat and sunlight as he possibly can. Thus, he'll heat his body up a lot quicker that way. And being black, he attracts the sunlight a lot more than the other snakes. So I'll give you a bit of a closer look while we're here at one of the beautiful red-bellied black snakes that you definitely will encounter if you come down in spring or summer. Prevalent amount at Nurragingy. Placid snake, and they're not one of the most venomous snakes in Australia, but you don't want to get bitten by one of these guys. They'll make you very, very ill, and a lot of people have lost digits if they get bit on the fingers or the extremities of the body from the necrosis. So yeah, give them a wide berth, and they're quite a placid snake. Okay, let's head out and find out what we got on our next stop. What a ripper. Second snake in about 3 minutes. Can't get much better than that. See you, mate. I'll see you tomorrow on the next stop. Oh, how cool. Down by the water's edge, we see one of the lesser seen birds down at Nurragingy. There is a colony. These are the white-winged chough. So it's coming up to the end of the day, and the sun just beaming through the trees at sunset on the Cumberland. And we're searching for a few more birds before we go home. And I thought I just heard a bird in the background there. Oh no, that's a cameraman. And wandering through the paperbark forest of the Cumberland in the late afternoon.
Used to get a lot of Jackie lizards and beardies down here. Haven't seen any for a long, long time. The fox predation, they dig up all the eggs, and then they can't keep procreating. So the species is breached to extinction. There's nothing better than walking through these beautiful Cumberland Plains woodlands. The end of the day, the sun just shining down. It's absolutely magnificent. There's nothing better than a sunset on the Cumberland Plains in the woods. So if you have nothing better to do, which there's nothing at all better in the world to do, get in and check it out. The sunset on the Cumberland.
So we might wander back to the car. Sun's going down. The gates are just about to close on the parklands.
I'll see you tomorrow on the next stop.